How are you doing? Okay, so today we're going to continue to talk about piezoelectricity. We're going to talk about the fact that your body conducts electricity. Your body is able to store and release energy at will. And you're probably wondering, what does it have to do with my third eye? Well, your third eye will be the main focal point and release point of your piezoelectricity. If you're storing piezoelectricity in your body, you have to have a release point, a way that it is going to be used, and it will be through your third eye, through focusing it and learning to use it. And you don't know that you are already using the piezoelectricity in your body as you are. Even when you go from this RAM to another RAM, you are using piezoelectric energy to control the avatar in that RAM. If you could understand that, and you can understand the time when I told you to close your eyes and go all the way through the light and come out on the other side. When you were on the other side, you were on the other side of the matrix, and you could see that your human body in itself is just a control center for an avatar that is in another dimension, and that your avatar is, I don't know what it'll be, but I know that the human body is just like the focal point and station of that avatar. Why is that important? Well, in times to come, we may face an enemy that is attacking us, and we may need to use those larger avatars to protect humanity, because those avatars are on the actual RAM level as the aliens. They're on that mental level, and that's why they're so big and can be so fierce. You must learn to control your avatar, because at one point your avatar may be protecting humanity, and you're going to need to know how to do something with it. So you have to know that your avatar is going to be needed sometime. Say right now, some aliens drop down and they are third, fourth, fifth dimension, able to move in and flicker in and out. You won't be able to see it, but your avatar will be able to handle it and will be able to fight for humanity in that form. All you have to do is be able to rest and envision what you are doing in your avatar life to fight this battle. It's like you in a little cocoon. This here is just a learning phase, not a control avatar. You are the control center for that avatar that you are seeing when you cross over. And that avatar is the avatar that's going to be needed to fight this terrestrial battle when it comes. Okay? And it's my job to tell you that and get you there to the other side. So we need as many over there fighting as we can. So when it does come, we realize that our physical bodies won't be able to do it, but this fifth dimensional avatar will be able to do it, and that they're going to be the one fighting like hell for humanity, right? And if you are big and strong and power in that avatar, it's because God wants you that way so that you can do the job that He has for you. Each one of us have a job to do. Yours might be the smallest. You might be the one helping the sick. You might be the one feeding the hungry. You might be a battle warrior. You might be fierce. Who knows what you'll be? But whatever you are, when you cross over, you realize that's the avatar that your human body controls. And that's where your power lies. So you're always looking for a God on the outside to help control your life when you realize that you are a God and you control that life, that avatar. Now you realize, oh yeah, I am a God. I'm the one in control of a giant avatar. And then you say, oh, I see what she meant. And then you also stop feeling fear. You stop feeling fear and feeling like you're not supposed to wake up. That's why you were created this avatar to protect humanity. That's why you were created to be this avatar that shields mankind's little body. Why does mankind's little body need shielding when you got a body that big? It's the control center for your avatar. Without the control center, what can your avatar do? Right? That's why it's worth shielding, right? Okay, so now knowing that and knowing that my favorite person is Billy Carson because he talks about that matrix and how it's a way you can step in and out of it. He tries to tell you, I'm just telling you on the base level. I don't know anything about mechanical or physics or anything. I'm a biologist and a chemist. I know nothing about the mechanical part of it. But you can listen to him and you can take a cue from Neil deGrasse because Neil deGrasse is also saying that he believes it's a matrix too. So I'm not just talking some boo boo. These are people who have actually looked into it and realized that. And you have me at the very bottom controlling the avatar all my life without permission, of course. Okay, you have me doing that, and then you have these people telling you it can be done. Put two and two together and just take my word and then go do it and control your avatar. Learn to control your avatar. Learn to make it protect humanity because that's why you were given this third eye was to protect humanity. So learn it. I don't think there's anything unchristian about doing what I had told you to do with your third eye. It's not saying that you're not supposed to get in touch. In fact, all of the ancient writings are saying that this is the time of consciousness and that man will reach the highest consciousness. I'm smiling because I'm going to be the one to help you reach it. Now, I'm not telling you to neglect everyday life or don't be normal. I'm just telling you to recognize that the battle to be fought will not probably be in this dimension. It'll probably be in the fifth dimension and you'll be fighting with that avatar. And learn how to use your avatar so you can put up an effective fight for humanity. Because if enough of us know how to use the avatar, that'll be double the protection that we have because we only got one layer, but with the avatar, we got a larger layer. And even though they're going to be strong, we're going to have avatars that can fight. Okay, and those avatars, I don't know about the life and death of them because my avatar never died. Okay, my avatar when I go over is Inanna. Okay, so whatever you can say, unless you really did it, you don't know. You don't know. But until you have done it and recognize who your avatar is, you can never, ever, ever, ever talk to me about what it is. I'm sitting here and it takes a lot of strength to tell people how to do this. The last thing I need is people trying to tell me I'm bad, I'm wrong, I'm dark, I'm evil. I'm none of that. I'm none of it. I am simply a messenger, a human being that has learned how to use this and is giving it to you at a time when you need it. That is all I am. I'm not some God. You're a God. We're gods. And we control that avatar as soon as we get strong enough to learn how to do it. Okay? So here I am teaching you about piezoelectric energy. Okay, now man is primitive. Man is in his primitive stages. Man is actually learning how to use the piezoelectric energy that they know how to use. All right, we're going to learn how to run it through wires, but they already know how to run it through thought. And that's where we need to move. We need to skip over this. We need to skip over the wires and just learn how to shoot our piezoelectric energy directly from one place to the other without wires. Wires just slow us down. We travel we travel faster than that current through those wires. All we have to do is learn how to control the movement and accept that it's there. Because just because you can't see it with your eyes doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You can't see gas before it kills you, but it can kill you. I mean, there are things out there. So this is a message of teaching of knowledge. It's not a message of hatred and darkness. It's just I want you to learn to use your avatars because if we had someone come here, an alien or something, and they were kicking our ass real bad, maybe if we would remember that we could go somewhere quiet and control the avatar, you could use that avatar to tear a hole in them, baby. You see, you can tear them down. And standing in your avatar spirit, you should be able to see their ships. And a lot of these things that people are saying to get you there, they're trying to take you where I just took you in 10 minutes, right through that light, standing with your avatar. Learn how to do it. Okay? Yeah, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I don't have time for that. I need to teach y'all something because I want you to know that your avatars, some of your avatars can control the electricity that's flowing through a great big crystal. And I won't say no names about that crystal. All I'm gonna say is that there's a few people who can control a crystal, and this crystal is very needed. It opens up the stargates. See, some people can control the stargates. It's true. Their their magnetic energy can make them open and close with the right tools. I believe I'm one of them. But there's others I can't do it all. There's others out there who might have the same electromagnetic chemistry where they can activate the stargates. And why do we need the stargates? I'm here to tell you something. It's so darkening, it'll make you sick, but I gotta say it, okay? You do not know that Earth was created from a big collision already. That's in the Sumerian text, right? And the Big Bang and all that, right? Right? But the collision happens on a cycle. The collision happened and will happen again. That collision has happened. It has destroyed planets. It has knocked the earth so hard at one time until the moon separated out from the earth. That's why it has the same particulate material. It hits so hard. Okay, so we have uh, a natural phenomenon, not the end of time. We have a natural phenomenon where we are rocked on our axis really terribly by an incoming asteroid. And the reason I am telling you about this is it is often the avatars who control this planet and keep it from flowing off of the axis. It is your strength, your magnetic strength that we're going to need at that time. But what I'm saying is the control of the avatars will help humanity move out the way. The next one that's scheduled to come will surely knock Earth completely off of their axis and too close to the sun. It's going to heat up too hot. We need to be able to open the stargates and go somewhere a safe haven as a humanity until it is over. And it will take 4 to 5,000 years for the earth to cool back down. So we're going to need to be able to reboot civilization somewhere else. Those stargates take us to different planets that we can use. There's at least 3 different planets out there that we could land on if we knew how to use the stargates. I know how to use the stargates. So I'm saying, we need to get humanity at a point where we're not fighting. We're not going to be able to go through and save humanity if we're fighting. We got to stop fighting one another. We'll have to learn to pass knowledge from place to place to place so that everybody gets their chance. Because the very person you're denying knowledge might be the one with the biggest key to the gate. See, the very person that you're denying that opportunity to, starving them or whatever that's going on, they might be the very person that has the avatar for the help that we need. You see? So we have to come together and stop with the fighting, start loving one another, start shining. And um, so again, y'all, we are like babies learning to walk. So I'm gonna keep talking about piezoelectricity, so you can understand there is a scientific part with this piezoelectricity as long along with my words. Scientists are already saying we can use pulses and electricity from our body to control instruments, and they're already doing it. But they're just walking like babies because in reality, we can cause this pulse to go without wires. We don't need wires. We can do it without wires, but we just are taking baby steps right now. So that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I want you to know that. Now, so let me show you again the natural piezo body that actually conduct electricity. First, let's start. We're going to start with bone. 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 This little paper is called Natural Piezoelectric Materials. Do you see that? Natural piezoelectric materials. You see? Natural piezoelectric materials. Natural piezoelectric materials. Okay? Now, look at this. Look at this. Bone is piezoelectric. Tendons are piezoelectric. DNA is piezoelectric. Okay? So, look again. Bones are piezoelectric. Tendons are piezoelectric. Your teeth are piezoelectric. And your DNA is electric. Now we have topaz, we have quartz, we have sugar cane, we have other stuff, but I just want to talk to you about your body, the parts of your body that can conduct electricity that you can release at any time. That's what your brain does when you move your body. You tell your brain to release this energy to make this tendon work. So you can do it already, you do it, but you can do it on a higher level. Because look again, you have tendons conduct piezoelectricity. You have bone, you have DNA, and you have your teeth. You can conduct electricity through these things. Piezoelectric electricity is stored within your body that you can release. You just don't know how. I'm trying to teach you. I'm already teaching you how to collect it when I tell you to go right wise against the universe. I'm teaching you to center it to one place and harness it down right there in the center of your head. Okay, when you learn how to do that, now you realize I'm harnessing piezoelectricity. How many people had energy bursts after they did that? Couldn't sleep and all that because you harnessed some energy from the universe, and that was step one, baby step. Right? Okay, then I told you to, after you learn how to do that, take your energy, focus it to the center. You're going to see light, go through the light. Now you have focused your energy into an avatar, and everybody's got a different avatar, and it's big. They're bigger because they're needed to fight the disease-filled creatures that are creeping into our matrix to destroy us. I hate to say that. They need your blood. So, okay, so now I read to you half of the piezoelectric paper. Excuse me. I'm going to read the other half of it. Okay. I talked to you about the fundamentals of piezoelectricity. We talked about inorganic. We talked about organic. We talked about it in bioelectricity and inside of organic material. So now we're going to talk about let's start at amino acids and crystals. Let me see. No. Applications of piezoelectric material. Let's start there. Okay, so what it's saying is the section focuses on examples of different piezoelectric materials being used in applications. And as the amount of papers on piezoelectric applications is immense, a handful of applications have been selected to represent the field. Inorganic and non-biological organic materials. Currently, piezoelectric materials are being used in a wide range of fields, including automobiles, architectures, biomedical, electronics, and military. First off, piezoelectric materials are incorporated in the animal body to generate energy and to monitor physiological conditions. Excellent incorporation examples come from using piezoelectric material to harvest energy from the natural relaxing and contracting movements of the heart, diaphragm, and lung. Most specifically, a PZT-based piezoelectric energy harvester was placed on the epicardial sites of bovine and ovine hearts. Bovine and ovine is cows and sheep. And when this harvester was combined with rectifiers and micro batteries, it produced enough output to power a non-stop cardiac pacemaker. LI demonstrated a non-lead piezoelectric device which similarly uses heart movements to produce electric outputs. Another incorporated device by Chang is he used a PVDF thin film to produce a self-powered sensor for blood pressure monitoring. This self-powered sensor was wrapped around a porcine ascending aorta and would harvest biomechanical energy. The generated pulsating output voltage was shown to be highly linear and sensitive to blood pressure, as should be expected from the piezoelectricity. This device reduces the gap for implementing a continuous and real-time monitoring system for patients, especially those with hypotension. Traffic-induced vibrations are another source of wasted mechanical energy of interest for piezoelectric energy harvesting applications. Transportation infrastructures have been modified to hold piezoelectric devices and use the deformations and vibrations from moving vehicles to harvest energy. Examples of road infrastructures that have implemented such energy harvesting include railway and road pavement and walk pavement. Even though these projects are still in experimental phase, piezoelectricity is becoming more commonly utilized in the transportation infrastructures. Interestingly, piezoelectric devices are often experimentally used as transducers to monitor damage in materials. For example, the steel rods in reinforced concrete. To achieve that, an ultrasonic transducer and a piezoelectric PZT transducer receiver were fixed to each end of the steel rod. The rod damage can then be assessed by analyzing the change in the ultrasonic amplitude, since the amplitude of the ultrasonic wave decreases gradually with the rod damage. Another example of interesting piezoelectric applications is temperature and pressure sensing. Lee demonstrated a temperature pressure sensor using a composite film to detect the pressure. The change piezo resistance of the material was measured. This piezoelectric resistance occurs upon application of mechanical stress. To detect the temperature, the recovery time of the piezoelectric resistance was measured and linked to temperature. The device was capable of detecting pressure differences as little as 10 pascals within a measurement range of 10 to 140 pascals. Temperature could be measured in a range of 20 to 120 degrees Celsius. Finally, it is a worthwhile to highlight sensory applications using piezoelectricity in robotics. The robotic field desires to mimic the flexibility and tactile capabilities of biological skin with electronic skin. To even be considered for use as an e-skin, the material must be highly flexible and superior in its ability to adapt to shape. An example of e-skin was made of electrospun PVDF doped with graphene oxide and BATIO nanoparticles. In this case, the authors demonstrated the ability to accurately identify the shape of a hand, telling the e-skin and the motion of human joints, which might aid in the development of smart prostheses. Biological piezoelectric materials. Similar to other piezoelectric materials, piezoelectricity in biological materials have been exploited or shown to have potential in various applications. However, due to the high heterogeneity in biological structures, and a lack of understanding of the mechanism in biopiezoelectricity, biological piezoelectric materials have not been exploited as extensively as inorganic piezoelectric materials. Despite that, biopiezoelectricity has already been used to produce nanogenerators, supercapacitors, sensors, optical devices, and tissue regeneration scaffolds. When compared to inorganic materials, the biopiezoelectric materials hold several advantages, including biocompatibility, biodegradability, high flexibility, and relatively simple processing routes, which do not require initial toxic compounds. Many biological materials are also able to degrade or decompose into basic molecules such as water or carbon dioxide in physiological conditions without triggering intense immunogenic responses, a crucial requirement for biomedical applications. Furthermore, biomaterials such as fish scale, onion skin cells, and eggshell membranes are cost effective and sustainable sources of piezoelectricity as they are consumed in large quantity and they are currently considered as bio waste. By using those bio wastes, it will also help in reducing the amount of waste that goes into landfill. Due to their biocompatibility and biodegradability, biopiezoelectric materials have particular potential as functional materials in biomedical and green energy niches. Various bio-based nanogenerators have been fabricated to utilize in the direct piezoelectric effect to generate electricity. Those nanogenerators exploit the piezoelectricity in abundant biological materials or bio waste such as onion skin cells, eggshells membrane, orange peel, aloe vera gel, fish swim bladder, fish scale, biofines, and so on. Nanogenerators offer several benefits over conventional energy conversion, including ease of fabrication, high portability, high conversion efficiency, and high sustainability. Nanogenerators can be used to harvest mechanical energy from various forms, such as finger pressing, sound, walking, and other simple motions that would be otherwise wasted on heat. Fish scale is one example of a material with energy harvesting potential. Ghosh and Mando demonstrated that 4 volts of voltage could be produced under compressive stress of MPa using a biopiezoelectric nanogenerator fabricated from fish scale, which is rich in type 1 collagen. Eggshell membranes, another collagen rich biomaterial, has been used to fabricate a nanogenerator which is able to produce up to 26.4 volts per unit under 8.6 pKa of compressive stress. When connected in series and parallel, 5 units produce a total of 131 volts, enough to power more than 90 green LEDs. In addition to being successfully used to fabricate nanogenerators, collagen and collagen-based materials have been experimentally demonstrated that they can be used for various other biomedical and tissue engineering applications. Fish skin collagen and gelatin were used to produce biosensors in the form of a e-skin to monitor physiological signals that may provide information during medical conditions. Interestingly, these sensors could be powered by nanogenerator produced from the same materials, proving their ability to function as self-powered devices. Collagen also has the potential for tissue engineering applications as tissue scaffold and wound healing dressing. It's been known that biopiezoelectricity relates to growth and remodeling in tissues such as bone. Hence, it would be beneficial to exploit the piezoelectricity in materials such as collagen to develop tissue scaffolds that help promote a self healing environment for wounds. I thought I just heard them say that piezoelectricity creates a scaffold for wound healing. Furthermore, collagen applications extend beyond biomedical applications and have been used to produce sensors measuring physical properties such as humidity and strength. As for the M13 bacteriophage, it has been used to fabricate nanogenerator, sensor, and tissue engineering scaffolds. The plague, the phalange is particularly versatile owing to its well-defined structure, narrow size distribution, and the ability to modify the phalange's properties with genetic and chemical modifications. Most importantly, the phalange can be mass produced simply by infecting bacteria in culture, where the phalange co-opt the bacteria's metabolism, releasing millions of its copies overnight. The ability to modify the phalange's properties and ease of production might make the phalange a more feasible option than the other materials mentioned. One of the main challenges for bioelectricity applications is that piezoelectric coefficients of biological materials are relatively low when compared to the inorganic counterparts. They can be modified or processed to enhance their piezoelectric strength for more energy intense applications. For example, collagen is relatively low longitudinal piezoelectric coefficient. However, it has been shown that cross-linking with EDC-NHS allows for the collagen fibers to self-assemble into a bundle more efficiently, which with enhanced piezoelectricity in the longitudinal direction as a result. Electrospinning of chitin nanofiber is another example of how processing can be used to improve material properties in this case. The electrospinning was found to increase the crystallinity and thereby the piezoelectric strength of 400%. Alternately, piezoelectric material can also be combined with conventional piezoelectric materials such as PVDF to enhance their piezoelectricity. Water combined the bio-waste orange peel with PVDF and produced a hybrid nanogenerator that was able to produce an output voltage of 90 volts, 3 times higher than that of the pure orange peel alone. While piezoelectric materials can be used in numerous applications, already there are still some challenges left to solve. The high piezoelectric output of lead-based piezoceramics have made these materials a benchmark. However, it is important to note that in even the best piezoelectric materials provide very low energy density compared to energy harvesting technologies such as solar and wind. Therefore, the applications where piezoelectric energy harvesting is suitable are those which are not much power is needed and where other types are not practical. One such example is to power implanted medical devices with sensor capabilities. The most efficient lead based piezoelectric ceramics are also problematic environmentally and have, in fact, been banned in many applications. Therefore, much of the research and optimization of PZT based devices have been applied to non-lead ceramic. Consequently, several non-lead piezoceramics such as zinc oxide, barium, titanium oxide, and KNN have gained momentum. However, a bulk materials they do not surpass PVT output. With complex modifications, non-lead ceramics can be competitive and occasionally even surpass lead-based ceramics. For both lead and non-lead ceramics, the achieved output in volts is not the limiting factor. However, the current output is. Widespread application of piezoelectric energy harvesters is restricted due to the low current output. While volts transcends into the 100 volt region, the reported current output is generally in the nano micro amperages range. Consequently, enhancing this current output remains one of the toughest challenges. One possible solution to this problem is to manufacture piezoelectric devices in a multi-stacking design on a flexible substrate to use it as a bending energy harvester. In addition, time should be spent on creating a load and source impedance that corresponding to each other. This impedance matching will aid in minimizing losses of the energy harvested. It can be argued that non-lead modified piezo ceramics, in terms of piezoelectric out, are ready to be the benchmark in the elemental world. But while some of the materials have sufficient output, the inherent nature of being brittle and fragile still holds them back for certain applications, especially biomedical applications, need flexibility and stretchable energy harvests due to energy conversion from soft tissue. The energy harvesters should not only be completely adaptable to target organs or skin, but also not restrict tissues to their normal function. In other words, no excessive strain should be created. A possible solution for both for both A possible solution for both flexible and stretchable energy harvesters may be found in biological piezoelectric materials. Piezoelectricity in biological materials have many potential applications in electromechanical, biomedical, and other areas. Even though these materials are flexible and stretchable, several factors still limit the development of biological piezoelectric applications. The main limiting factors are the lack of understanding of piezoelectricity and a large discrepancy between experimental results from pool of limited number of conducted experiments. The discrepancy between experimental could be a result from the lack of standardized testing methods for biopiezoelectricity, which underpin development of piezoelectricity. The understanding of the inherent properties and mechanisms of piezoelectricity in each material is based on reach an optimized device. Various studies have quantified piezoelectric coefficients for biological materials at structural levels ranging from amino acid level to tissue of organ level. Compared to traditional piezoelectric ceramic, piezoelectric coefficients for each biological material span over a much wider range, sometimes over several orders of magnitude. Shall I say that again? Various studies have quantified piezoelectric coefficients for biological materials at structured levels, ranging from the amino acid level to tissue or organ level. Compared to traditional piezoelectric ceramics, piezoelectric coefficients for each biological material span over a much wider range, sometimes over several orders of magnitude. Since piezoelectricity is a natural material, intrinsic property, the piezoelectric coefficient of a material measured by a condition should be consistent. A large discrepancy in the measured values from piezoelectric materials, in particular, raise a question of whether the reported piezoelectric coefficients originate solely from the piezoelectric properties of each material. So they're having a hard time finding out where the energy coming from, huh? Okay, so I got a couple more pages to read, but I'm gonna take a break because we only get 30 minutes. I'm at 38. So let's take a break and I'll get back with you with this paper and read the rest of it. I got 3 sections. This is part 2. I'm going to put the information for the paper in the description so you can go and read along with me and realize that what I'm telling you is science has proved that your body can produce energy and release that energy. We just haven't figured it out yet. Okay, and I'm a world ahead of them. But hopefully you are too, because hopefully you know now that you are the control center for an avatar. And most of them are just laying inanimate because we're just now learning how to take control of our avatars. So I'll see you next time. This is Inanna.